Port just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the LA Chargers. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Herbert going to go to the air right away. And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. They'll run on first down. Vidal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Herbert. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. This is taken at about the 14. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it will be Eagles football, first and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Tui Pelotu. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And this one is incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over first and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Finds Johnston. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd down at the 37-yard line.
Herbert now. Short throw to Disley. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
3rd down and 13. Here's Herbert. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And this one complete to Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 1. Up the middle they go. Vidal. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Right back to him on 1st down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They'll get 34 yards there.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Allen now with a chance to run. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now a 2nd and 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
At their own 28-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Pretty good 1st down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
Smith catches left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle 1st down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hurts completing this one quickly. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. So the completion good for 6 yards. And 3rd and 1 now.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So after the conversion on fourth, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7. It's complete to Brown, right side. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
So you think it's not tough playing quarterback in the NFL? How about what we just saw there? The rush got home on 3rd down. He had to stand in there and take the shot as he released it. Throws on target, though, and it's good enough to keep the drive moving.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Jahan Dotson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to add on to that lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Chargers 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 7. Herbert. Johnston on the quick slant. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, the quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up,
get a new set of downs.
And on third down, usually you'd think fourth down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on third. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnston. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a handoff up the middle. Vidal. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
First and 10, it's Patterson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, your front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play. He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Vidal. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And Johnston sent in motion. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards, and that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Under pressure, they got him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
36-yard line.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Boy, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. In motion right is Smith. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. So the completion good for 7 there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Up the middle with Barkley. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now it's Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 45 yards. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Here's a give to Barkley. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's got this down to the 35. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the 31, Hurts. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Eagles 28, Chargers 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That one complete to McConkey. And out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On the give, it's Vidal. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
A run. Here's Vidal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Herbert now. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Oh, able to avoid him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. On the ground, it's Vidal. For a Charger touchdown. Kamani Vidal, 33 yards. And the Chargers take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. That run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Goes right side, and he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Play action. Here's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 80 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Barkley is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that will lead to a 3rd and goal. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Deshaun Hand in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They run the counter. Vidal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Nolan Smith showing some burst there to catch him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
In motion, the tight end. Throwing on second and long. Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. Give him 18 yards on that one. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
18 yards. It's now third down.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Running the ball served them well all game long, and there's another example as they pick up a first down.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. After the run, now Herbert to throw. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Second and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On first down, Vidal. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Back to throw here, Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. Vidal. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Again, it's Vidal. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. Out of the gun, Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 134 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Herbert, quick pass out wide. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They'll run with Vidal. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Kamani Vidal with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time.
Oh, the snap, a poor one, and this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball.
And it's usually not a good thing when we start talking about the long snapper, but it was his error that led directly to that block. If this operation is cleaner, we're probably talking about a different outcome.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And out now come the Eagles. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Hurts completing this one quickly. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They go play action with Hurts. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Dotson in motion right. Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Chargers take over 1st and
The Charger offense making their way back out there. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Herbert. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete here. Was trying to find Jahan Dotson, but it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have taken a 4th quarter lead. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they've looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Chargers 34. Jake Elliott.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out come the Chargers. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. And his throw is incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the intended receiver on the play. But now it'll be 3rd down.
On the coverage.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. And they'll begin by running the option. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Dotson in motion right. Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
A gain of 11 on the play. And an Eagle first down.
And they'll indeed take a knee. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.